Hey, Ronnie here from Four Wheeling in Western Australia. Welcome to Modified episode number 27, where we share with you vehicles that have been accessorised and modified for everyday use in four-wheel driving. Let's meet the owner. Yuha, how you going?
Good mate, Ronnie, how you going?
Not too bad. Do you want to tell our audience a make, model and...
It's a 1998 model HZJ 105, live axle, 5-speed manual, diesel.
What size is the motor?
Yeah, it's a 4.2.
4.2.
Yeah.
Righty. Alright, we'll go through the entire vehicle now and we'll start with the bar work. So Yuha, bar work, what have we got on here, mate?
Yeah, we've got it's an Ironman commercial deluxe, winch capable, obviously, as you can see.
Yeah. And well, let's move on to your winch then, Dominator.
It's a Dominator 12,000 pound with the Dynamo rope.
You used it much?
Used it twice.
Used it twice?
Yeah, it's more for insurance than anything else.
Yeah, well, it's probably almost paid for itself then.
Yes, it is.
Any bash plates under there?
Yeah, coming out with the plate was part of the bar, but I've added another aluminium plate underneath that.
Oh, the checker plate one?
Yeah, primarily just to reduce the amount of splashback going up into the engine bay.
Yeah. Does it work?
Yes.
Oh, it keeps it clean?
Great deal. Yeah.
Cool. And I noticed no side steps, so you ripped the side steps off?
No, I haven't made them yet. They're in the planning phase at the moment. I'm going to make some sliders and scrub bars for myself.
Okay,
yeah.
so some like some rock sliders then?
Yeah.
Let's move on to your back bar. So now onto the rear bar. Yuha, what do you got on here?
Yeah, it's a powerful 4x4 dual swing away carrier bar. I removed the other swing away carrier and knocked up that to hold some jerry cans for a bit of extra fuel capacity.
Oh, so it had two wheel carriers?
Had two on it, yeah. I've taken the other one off.
And then you welded this up?
Yep.
Okay, so you do a bit of welding then?
I'm pretty good at everything, really.
Yeah? That's pretty handy then.
Saves buying it if you can do it yourself.
That's it. So you got 40 litres here.
Yep.
And what are these jack points?
Yeah, they're for the high lift jack. If you get stuck, it's a receptacle there for the jack so you don't slip off and everything. It's good.
Yeah. And good to see a proper recovery point.
Absolutely.
Rear camera.
Yep, that's hooked up to the Polaris inside the car.
And your trailer ready?
Yep, that's the Anderson plug.
That's an Anderson.
For
cool.
Power to the camper trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a camper trailer?
Yeah, I've got a GRC.
And I noticed you had 2 recovery points on the front.
Yeah, I made them myself out of 12mm angle. Bolted into 3 points in the chassis there, so more than strong enough. Pulling this old girl out.
Yeah, cool.
Mate of mine makes these, Nathan Beardman from PM Canvas Products. It's a tyre carrier plus the bin bag.
So it is custom made, or?
These are custom made, yeah. This is an older one, but he's upgraded and made it even better than this one is. But
yeah, awesome.
they're the duck's nuts, eh?
Yeah.
He's a wizard with canvas.
So
Ask him to do anything, he can do it.
So you got pockets on the side as well?
Yeah, when you're off-road, if you...
Was that recovery gear pockets?
Yeah, we'll put your snatch straps and tree trunk protectors and shackles and stuff in there. Easy to get to.
That's a good idea.
Don't have to go rummaging through your car and dragging mud everywhere.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And you got your light and high lift jack.
Yeah, I modified a Kmart bar carrier to stick that jack on the inside to reduce the weight hanging out too far away from the...
Oh, so you keep it close to the body.
Yeah, so it's supported by the main bar.
Roof rack. What have we got on there?
Flat rack, it's called a wind cheater from Dolium Industries. It's got the captive nut system in it, so as you can see the groove under there, you drop a nut in and bolt it down.
Yep.
So your accessories are endless really, whatever you want to put up there.
Is it similar to Rhino rack accessories?
Yeah, it's a very similar design, yeah.
Okay. And these are the quick fist?
Yep. The straps there just for a bit of extra precaution.
Yeah.
Hate to see the shovel bouncing down the road.
You hit a branch or something, yeah.
Yep, as you can see.
Solar panel?
Yeah, it's an 80-watt solar panel, mono panel from, where did I get that from? J-Car. That powers the fridge and keeps the second battery fully charged.
And on the other side you've got an awning?
Yep, it's a red centre awning from, where did I get it? TJM, 2.5 by 2.
2.5 by 2?
Yep.
And your rod holders, so you obviously do a bit of fishing?
Not enough.
Not enough?
Yeah, that's for all my surf rods.
So now onto lights and comms, and we'll start with the lights.
Yeah, the lights are a 20-inch bright bar, LED bar. It's got the dual row lights, as well as having the pencil and the spread beams all in the one unit.
Alright, so you got the spreaders on the edges, pencil in the middle.
Yep.
Throws out a fair bit of light?
throws out enough light for me, yeah, several hundred metres down the road, so yeah, it's all I really need.
Heat sink?
Yep.
Don't get any air noise from that?
Not at all. I haven't noticed anything.
That's good. And that's pretty much it for lights, because are these standard?
Yeah, standard headlights, yeah. Replacements are in the process. But
so you are going to...
Yeah, I will do eventually, but...
We're looking at LED or HID?
Probably go LED, I think.
Well, let's move on to all the stuff on your bull bar. I'll take it that's the sand flag.
Yeah, spring base for a sand flag, yep. It's a 6 dB UHF aerial.
And what's this thing here?
That's for my fishing rod holders. It's a removable one, so when I'm driving on the road, it's not on the front of the bar.
So do you prefer to use the one on the roof or this one here?
Travelling on the roof, they're out of the way.
Yeah.
Less damage.
Oh, but if you're going, like, just drive down to the beach, they'll be here?
Oh, on the front, absolutely. When I get to where I'm going, yeah, they'll go on the front.
Okay.
Yep.
And what is this one for?
That's a 27 meg AM upper and lower sideband aerial.
Okay, so you've got 2 radios in the car then?
Yep, in a console, yep.
What kind of range do you get on this one?
Depending on the atmospheric conditions, but it's either local, very short range, or you can talk east to the east coast, overseas.
That's pretty cool. What's this one for?
This one's just for the stereo. I got sick and tired of replacing the one on the side of the car. I kept ripping off in the bush.
Yeah, they snap pretty easy.
They do.
And these things here, I know what it is, but a lot of people probably don't know what it is.
Apparently they deter kangaroos from getting in your way.
Roo shoes.
Yes, roo shoes.
Do they work?
Well, I haven't hit a roo yet, so I can only say they do.
Oh, you haven't hit one?
No.
They must work then.
Yeah.
Have you had
I've had a few close calls, yeah.
We're now on to tyres and lift, and we'll start with your tyres.
Yeah, tyres are the Cooper Discoverer STs. Just pretty much just before Cooper come out with the STT, I was lucky enough to get a set of these ones. They've certainly done their job.
How long you had them for?
They've got just over 60,000 Ks on them now. So
they've got 60,000 Ks on them?
Yep.
Actually,
they're doing really well. I can't complain. I've never had a puncher.
Yeah?
I never had one off a rim, so I can't complain.
What's the road noise like?
Not too bad. It's been very quiet. It's the front are just starting to get to the stage now where they're becoming noisy, but it's still not anything noticeable.
Yeah.
Unless you really search for it.
And your rims?
The rims are 16x8 Speedy wheels, alloys.
Offset?
0 offset. They're
Zero offset?
Standards.
Yeah. Your spare's one of these as well?
It is, yep. Sitting up there at the back, which I rotate through, so that's why they've got such good life on them. I use all 5 when I do my rotations.
Yep. Oh, and they're 35 inch? Like
they're 35,
the tyre size?
35, 75 R16s, yep.
How do you find driving with 35s on a 105 series with this motor?
It's not bad. I've got the factory turbo under the bonnet with a heavy duty box, which is a slightly different ratio to the standard, which makes them work rather well.
What about your low range load first? Is that still crawling?
Yeah, no, it's still crawling. Yeah.
Still crawl speed?
I haven't lost anything on that really.
Ah, that's awesome. That's handy to know if you want to go up in tyre size, because that's a big problem with some vehicles. If you go too big, you're going to lose your crawl speed.
Yeah. If you go big tyres, then you're going to change your gearbox.
Yeah, or your diff ratio.
Yep.
Underneath, suspension-wise?
Yeah, I've got a Tough Dog 2-inch heavy-duty lift with the 9-stage adjustable shocks.
Looks a lot higher, I've got to say.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that, but it's definitely just a 2-inch lift.
Might be because once the
steps go on, it'll make it look a little bit lower, bit of an optical illusion.
Is that superior?
Yeah, I've got the Superior Superflex arms on the front. I noticed that when I did put the 35s on, there was a little bit of scrubbing at full lock.
Okay.
So the Superior Engineering Superflex arms extended the front diff forward another 16mm, which took care of that.
You had just mentioned he has put manual locking hubs in there.
Yeah. I went and installed a Marks Adapters part-time kit, and that come with the freewheeling hubs in it. Makes the car much more easier to drive, much more relaxing.
You find the fuel economy is a bit better too?
Well, I still drive it like I stole it, so I can't really comment on fuel savings, but definitely drivability it's a massive plus. Recommend it to anyone.
To the power plant. Got your struts in there?
Yeah, mate. Yep.
Batteries?
Yep. That's the starting battery on that side, and this is the deep cycle, which runs all my accessories.
Okay. So you run your winch off this one?
I do, yeah.
And your radio?
No, radios, lights, fridge, everything
else
is off. All my other power points, everything runs off this. I've got a fuse bank down there.
So even your light bar runs off that one?
Yep.
Okay. And then we move on to the engine conversion.
Yes. It started out life as a 1.8Z standard 6-cylinder diesel. It was rather gutless and towing a camper trailer. It wasn't cutting the mustard, so I went to Perth 4x4 wreckers in Welshpool.
Yep.
And they imported low kilometre motors from Japan, and they put this one in. It's a factory turbo.
And just bolt straight in?
Pretty much, yeah. Coupled it up to a heavy duty box.
Yeah.
Heavy duty clutch. They overhauled the radiator, custom exhaust.
That's a pretty common engine conversion for these ones, isn't it?
Yeah, they're getting more and more of them around now. Yeah. It's the same as the motor that come in the late 80 series cruisers.
On the 80 series?
In Australia.
Yep.
In Japan, they still have these in the hundreds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And front mounted intercooler?
Yep, it's an ASE front mount intercooler, plumbed up with some alley pipes. They're another job on the list.
Yep.
Want to hard pipe all this eventually.
Okay. Oh, so you just got silicon pipes on the outside?
Yeah, yep.
All right, let's move on to your filter.
Yeah, it's a uni filter, foam oil bar filter, so every time I service it, the outer foam comes off, clean it, put it back.
And it comes in from your snorkel?
Yep, snorkel here on the side. Certainly makes a difference.
Yeah, is that a Safari snorkel?
No, it's again, it's another one off eBay.
Yeah, eBay snorkel?
Yeah.
Cool.
$100
So this is a factory fuel filter?
It is, yep.
And you're going to get a second one, or have
I
you got a
most
second
certainly
one?
will do. That's another job that's in the list.
So I noticed you got these two here, look like air hoses.
Yep, that's my inlet and outlet for the shower. I've got a Glend hot water shower system.
Shower system, eh?
Yeah. That's a heat exchanger. So you get yourself a water source. I've got the pump underneath the passenger side fender there where you're standing.
Inside here?
Yep. And the switch is there behind the fuel pump, the fuel filter.
So your water runs through here,
yep,
heats up, and then comes, so you go water in here,
yep,
so
water
it
in,
sucks it in,
yep,
and then it comes out.
out there to your shower head.
Is it pretty warm?
It gets very warm. You've got a little slide valve on the shower hose which you can adjust to either increase flow and reduce the temperature, or reduce the flow and increase the temperature.
And how much water, like, would you need?
A 20 litre jerry can will do me, my wife and the kids twice, so 8 showers out of 20 litres.
So what do you do is you just go to a river then, fill up the bottle, and...
River, any fresh water source. The hose has got a filter on the end of it, so it can just go into a...
You can just drop it into the river.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. All right, well there's a fair bit going on here. Anything else?
Bit of a catch can there. It's just, I noticed that when I first got the car, it was blowing a bit of oil back through the intake, so I put that catch can on there to...
Oh, is there a locker?
That's the air compressor for the lockers, yes. I've got lockers front and rear.
Ah, awesome. Oh, so your air compressor, and this is the air compressor here?
That's it, yep. That's just solely to run the diff locks.
Yeah, cool. Okie dokie, now the back of Yuha's wagon, he's going to show us what he's got set up in here. Well, that is definitely a big fridge.
Yes, it's a very good fridge, I love it.
It's a fridge freezer?
No, it's just a fridge. You can wind it up to its top setting and it will freeze everything in there.
Okay, what type of fridge is it?
It's called an auto fridge. Unfortunately, they don't make them anymore, but it uses Eutectic technology. It still runs a Danfoss compressor and everything, but it's got a liquid around the fridge compartment itself.
Oh, instead of foam?
Yeah, so when you first turn it on, you turn it on to its full setting, it'll freeze that liquid, a chemical reaction takes place and it freezes it. So this fridge, on an ambient day, will maybe run 4 hours if you're lucky and keep everything at 0 degrees.
Yeah.
So it doesn't use much battery power at all.
Okay.
It's awesome, I love it.
Because it sort of freezes the sides,
yeah,
and then it relies on that as well.
To keep it cold, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go, just turned on.
That's on a fridge slide?
Yes, it's a platinum fridge slide.
Which brand is it?
Platinum.
So before we move, well, let's move on to your power setup up here.
Yep.
While I'm looking at it. So that's an inverter.
Yeah, that's a 300 watt PowerTech inverter. That's just ancillaries like recharging batteries and that, and I've got a small cryovac machine, so when I go fishing, I can cryovac my fillets and stuff like that.
And what's that thing underneath?
That's the control box for the solar panel. That's
Oh,
actually not
yeah.
too bad. It's got a good display on it. It tells me what the battery's got in it, what the solar panel's producing, what I've used.
So it's a bit of a smart box then.
Yes, it does everything.
Bit of
LED
subtle
lights
stripping.
when I go fishing. Good
Cool.
for lighting.
And you've put
Yeah,
this on here?
when I first got the car, it had the standard carpet on there, and I put my knee through it. So climbing up the back, so I had to change it.
Have you cut this?
I did, yeah.
That's an amazing job.
I went to
Looks like you bought it.
well, I went and bought a sheet and then used the old piece as a template, cut it
Oh,
out.
yeah, the carpet and
Yeah,
then cut around
yeah.
it.
I went
That's
and
a
got this
great
stuff,
idea.
so it's good for fishing and cooking, camping, everything.
Just looks like you bought it because you got the fishing sticker on it and everything. And that's obviously standard, this bit.
Yeah, that's part of the deal.
So your drawers,
Yep.
are these homemade?
Yeah, I made them myself.
What do you keep in them?
This side's got my first aid kit, cooking gear. You'd know what that is after last week.
Yep.
It's full of
So full of your emergency food, eh?
emergency food, a few utensils,
Yep.
cut bits and pieces. I thought it was a bloody brilliant idea, so I've done that myself. That's
Full of-
the hoses for the shower and stuff. That's,
Yeah. You definitely have Finnish blood in you.
yeah, it's got to have the Fiskar. The Fiskar X is a bull terror.
And in that one?
This one's got all my tooling, recovery gear,
Oh, yeah.
compressor.
That's what you pull out when you see anything.
Absolutely, as the sticker says on the back.
Yep. That's why I brought it up. All right, so we're just opening these secret compartments here, and I was expecting to see a bit of booze, but we got a fire extinguisher. That's a big one.
Yeah, it's a 4.5 kilo dry powder.
And you got another one up there.
Yes, on the other side of the cargo barrier, so there's never one too far away.
Yeah, that's a good idea. In these dead spaces, have you got anything?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, they're just blanks, which I can remove.
Right, we're now in the cockpit of Yuha's Landcruiser. Start with your gauges.
Gauges, yes. I've got 4 on the dash console, which is your oil pressure, oil temperature, EGTs and boost. And on this one here, the pillar pod, I've got dual battery management and water temperature.
No need for a scan gauge then.
They went around when I started doing all this.
Nav system and stereo.
Yes, it's a double-din Polaris inbuilt system. Does both the road and the
Yeah, you got an off-road map
off-road.
there, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Aussie Explorer.
Is that your fridge?
Yeah, that's just the remote wireless fridge.
Is it just the temperature and that?
Yeah, it just tells me what the temperature's doing. Alert if anything goes wrong.
Handheld radio.
Handheld
Is it
radio
spare?
for anyone who needs to tell me where to go.
Yeah. Overhead console.
Yeah, they've got this one here from the Department of the Interior that holds my UHF and my 27, and that's just the standard factory light.
Do these guys make custom?
You tell them what you want, what size radios you got, and they'll produce it the way you want it. Yeah,
Oh, okay, so you just tell them the vehicle model
yeah,
and what you want to put in there.
yeah. What model radios you got, and they'll.
But I noticed you got some organisers on the back.
Yeah, MSA organisers there for the kids. When we go on longer trips, I've got a portable DVD system to put in as well. They store their books and their DVDs and drinks and empty lolly wrappers and
Help keep them busy, eh?
keeps them quiet, makes a better journey.
Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
That's it.
Is this standard?
It is, yes. I've had to recover this because the old one was
Mm.
split a bit, but yeah, that was in here when I got it.
Yeah, it's just a lot bigger than what I remember seeing.
Yeah, it's very good. You can store a lot of junk in it.
Your diff locker switch, where's that?
The air compressor switch is here, and the front and rear locker activators are here, the switches.
Q&A. You ready, mate?
Ready as I've ever been.
All right, now I'm going to change the questions up that I normally ask, so sorry to jump that on you.
It's all right, mate.
Viewers' requests, and instead of asking you, like how I bought this vehicle, what's the first 3 things you recommend I should do, what I'm going to ask you instead is, what are the best 3 mods you have done to the vehicle?
That I have done.
Yeah, and it can be, you know, lift tyres and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but just the 3 things that you like most that you've done to the car.
First would most definitely be the engine transplant and the driveline,
Okay,
without a doubt.
engine transplant and driveline.
Yeah.
So when you say driveline,
The diff locks with the gearbox
oh yeah, diff
and
locks,
motor.
yeah,
Yeah. by
gearbox, and your hub.
far. Oh, yeah, that's the second one.
And what's your third one then?
Yeah, I'd have to say suspension.
Suspension.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just makes you get more places.
So heading out to the bush, what is the one thing you must have with you?
Good friends.
Good company then.
Yeah. No point going out having a good time if you're by yourself.
Yeah, that's very true. So your next mod, am I correct to assume it's the side steps?
The next mod that I'm going to do will be the side steps and scrub bars.
Okay. Are you doing and scrub bars to
Yeah,
the bull bar?
I'll do the whole lot myself. Yeah.
Okay, so another requested question. What are the main things to look out for if I were to buy one of these second-hand 105 series?
I'd be looking very closely at its history, particularly if it's an ex-miner. There are a lot of standards going around that are ex-miners, and most of them have had a hard life. So you're looking for undercarriage damage, gearbox damage.
And rust.
Yeah, rust is a big one, particularly if it's like an underground mine with high salinity. Depending on the year, like this is a 98 and it's starting to show signs of corrosion, but around the windowsills and rear quarter panels.
Top 3 trips in this vehicle?
Top 3, I would say MOA was a good one.
Emergency and off-road
Awesome,
adventures.
yeah, awesome area, great camping. Number 2, Shane's Beach.
Yeah.
However you want to call it.
I think it's Chains Beach.
Shane's, yeah. That's always a great place to go.
Yep.
We take the family down there for when salmon are in. And Pemberton, I'd say.
Pemberton.
Pemberton.
What did you have before this vehicle?
Before this one, I had a 1998 model Prado RV6.
Okay.
It was a 3.4 litre V6 petrol.
Thanks for bringing your vehicle out.
No worries, mate.
And if you'd like to know more about this vehicle, there is a dedicated webpage up in the corner there. There's a link, and down below in the description. If you'd like to support the creation of videos like this or any of the other videos, you can go to patreon.com/RonnieDale, and please do subscribe right here. And thank you very much for watching. See ya.